In a prayer to Mother Mary, part of it goes, "Never has it been known that anyone who fled to thy protection or prayed for thy intercession was left unaided. For that reason, we went to Lourdes in France." On February 11th, 1858, at this grotto, uh, this little girl, young lady, named Bernadette, came down to collect some firewood with her sisters. And this lady in white with a blue sash appeared before her. It turns out this lady was Mother Mary. Bernadette was 12 years old at the time, and she wasn't sure if this lady was, good or bad. So she brought out her rosary, and then Mother Mary brought out hers, and they both said the sign of the cross and started praying the rosary together. And she was to have 18 visits with Mother Mary. And on one of those visits, Mother Mary asked her to go and wash herself in the fountain and drink from the fountain, and to eat an herb that was by the fountain. Now, she thought it was over by the river, so she went towards the river, but Mother Mary corrected her and pointed her to the corner of this grotto, way in the corner, and she had to kneel down to get in there. And so she did, as Mother Mary asked, and ended up digging in the mud and in front of a lot of people too, and washing herself, basically what turned out to be mud, and drinking from this fountain. Now, after she did this, and she actually left, and the water started flowing above ground, and people started drinking from this fountain, and miracles began to happen immediately. And in the first 30 years after this fountain spring was, people started drinking from, in the first 30 years, over 1,200 documented healings took place. In fact, I personally know a lady that had pancreatic cancer who drank very old, stale, icky water from Lourdes, and that cancer was put on hold. I don't know how she's doing these days, but last time I checked, she was doing fine with a terminal cancer. So we were very anxious to get to Lourdes. It was one of the main targets we wanted to get to on our trip to Europe. On another one of the visits, Mother Mary asked Saint Bernadette, and she did become a saint, of course, to convey to the elders of the church, to the bishops, and to the Pope, that she would like to have a church built at the site of Lourdes, on top of Lourdes, and they were apparently only too happy to comply, because look at this place. In Fatima, the Jesus was made of solid gold. I don't think this crown is solid gold. That crown at the top of the steeple might be, though. Yeah, that definitely might be. Wow. After leaving Lourdes, we traveled to Nevers, France, where Saint Bernadette lies in a glass casket. Um, she has been here lying in state, I guess you'd call it, since 1925. She died April 16th of 1879, and her body was exhumed after she was declared a saint and put in this glass casket. And she just has a very thin layer of wax over her face and hands, but her body is completely intact. She is one of the uncorruptible saints, and there she is, just as beautiful as ever. What a treat to get to know Saint Bernadette. Thanks for joining us on SV Just Dreaming. Look forward to our next adventure.
It is sunset officially.